Hey, everybody. Welcome to Did She Just Say That? I'm Ashley,
And I'm Justin.
and we are coming to you from dun, 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 the basement. I don't know.
The
I know.
dungeon.
So, you can catch us on all of our streaming platforms. We're also on YouTube for streaming, and why am I blank right now? Spotify and Apple and all those streaming platforms. We're also, you can follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
That's it. You
That's
got
it.
it.
You know?
You got him.
Gosh, I don't know why
It's
it
been
makes
a
it
little bit. It's
difficult.
been a little bit.
It is. Yeah, it has been. But yeah, we are jumping in. What are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about living outward.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we actually both got hit with this sermon at church.
Mm-hmm.
And it really resonated with both of us. We
Shook.
walked out and we were like, oh, we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
And for multiple reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, But it's something I think one that is near and dear to both of us
Mm-hmm.
for different
Yeah.
reasons. But it also for me, um, it's something that I did really well for a long time, and it is something that I have not done well the last few years.
Mm-hmm. Same. Yeah.
And so it really stopped me in my tracks. And it's like, okay, I know we've talked about this before, like if you mess up, give yourself grace and just or start again. And it was one of those things that was like, okay, there are seasons of life and that's okay. Girl, you are
I know. Can y'all
jangling.
hear this?
Woo.
I know. I need to not turn my head.
Yeah, you're gonna have to steady.
I know. Can't we whipping my hair back and forth?
No hair whips. Um, but it is definitely something that I was like, I want to be more intentional with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the people that you tend to overlook. Um, they may be in your everyday life. It may
Mm-hmm.
be the barista that you see every morning when you're getting your coffee, the elderly person sitting alone, um, the cashier at the grocery store that you go to at least once a week, unless
Mm-hmm.
you're like me and you don't even go in the grocery store anymore.
Pick up.
Yeah, maybe it's the coworker that's sitting right beside of you, but nobody talks to them.
Mm.
Or in your group, you may have your core people, but those acquaintances that are quiet
Mhm.
or that maybe have rubbed you the wrong way in the past. So you tend to see them coming your way and you go the opposite.
Yep.
Um, who do you see on a regular basis without truly seeing?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Who do I see in her? Okay. Gosh. I mean, I'm a very habitual person about like places I go and that kind of thing.
Hmm.
And I used to be so good about certain things too. Like, for example, like a job I used to work, I would see the security guard every day and talk to him and like got to know his family and like all the things.
Hmm.
But like I have coworkers that I talk to, but there's not someone that I'm like intentional about going to like talk to, and I don't know. I just don't do that as much anymore.
Mine is my kids' friends' parents.
Mm, yeah.
As they've gotten older, playing
Sorry.
footsies with
Mm-hmm.
me.
Sorry.
As they have gotten older
Mm-hmm.
and new friends have come in,
Yeah.
I have their mom's number saved in my phone
Mm-hmm.
and I text them about the kids getting together, but I don't go out and meet them when
Yeah.
they're picking their kid up from a house.
Yeah. Self checkout at Meyer.
Yeah,
Same little lady.
yeah,
Same guy at the door.
yeah. Talking about like you have to get out of your comfort zone to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And intentionally see them. A lot of times I think it's because maybe the person has rubbed us the wrong way. Or you're like, I don't have anything in common with them. Or how
Mm-hmm.
about the girl that has RBF?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
she doesn't, she might just be quiet.
Yeah.
And we kind of had a little conversation about this the other day.
Yeah.
I have RBF on this podcast all the time and had
I
no
don't see it.
clue that I had ever had it until someone brought it to my attention. I get so focused, and I guess my
You look unapproachable. I
my
don't know.
natural face is unapproachable. I don't know.
What's your natural I don't see it.
Well, I don't either. I don't see myself.
I don't see it.
But I find sometimes we don't know their story. We don't know what we're thinking inward. This is going to take my time. This is going to, this person's going to want to talk forever, and I have 5 minutes.
I'm that person talks forever.
Not always. Depends on the conversation. The road rage. You don't know what they're going through. Maybe they're rushing to the hospital because their kid is sick. Their grandmother, they just got a call. But we're mad because they cut us off. Yes, it could have caused an accident, but it didn't. I don't really get road rage anymore. I used to have it really bad. Now
It is
I'll
an
wave.
ick for me.
I smile. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
I
hate it.
Can we find the positive before the judgment?
Yeah.
You know, whenever sometimes I'm out and about and I don't have my kids, and that kid is yelling, or instead of being like, ugh, looking at that mom and being like, you've got this, your kid's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Instead of getting aggravated. Absolutely. I watched a woman at the ball field a couple weeks ago. She came in and she looked tired. So tired. She had 2 little ones.
You made me yawn when you said that. Sorry.
I'm putting a spell on you. You're getting very sleepy. Just don't turn into a vampire. Sorry, I had to. One little kiddo was sitting down, being good, and the other one was giving her a run for her money. And you could see the exhaustion. And she kept trying to get him to be quiet. She kept trying to get him to be quiet. And I felt this tug to go and try to talk to her. I didn't do it. And within 5 minutes, she got up. She's holding that baby. One, she's got the other one by the hand. And, I mean, she just looked so defeated. My kids were down there on the ball field playing. I could have sat right there and be like, how can I help?
Opportunity.
I see you.
Yeah.
If nothing else, I see you. I did not do that. A few years back, I would have been all over that. The inward living, like, I mean, this one just, it hit me. But in so many, the whole time that he was talking, I was thinking of all these different things. Like, oh my gosh, I have this opportunity. I have that opportunity. And
I feel that tug too. Why do we ignore it more now?
Because everyone's looking down at their phone. I can distract myself with this and
avoid
watch
eye contact.
People's lives that I'm not going to interact with, rather than talk to the people that are right in front of me. I feel like sometimes we assume before we listen.
I don't know what's
You
wrong.
Just got the yawns.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Because it's rude.
So rude. I don't.
I'm trying to hide my yawns.
You're being rude. We'll make this one short. How about that?
No, we're good. We're good.
I think we assume sometimes before we give someone the opportunity to listen.
Yep.
They could be going through a battle that we know nothing about. Like, how many times have you looked at someone and been like, how are you? And, oh, I'm good. How are you? And then, boom, okay, I said,
comes out and it's not even intentional.
Not intentional. Instead of, hey, I mean, you saw the social media post at some point, right? Or ask them, hey, what's something this week that's brought you joy? If you don't know anything about them, and if you do, hey, I saw you just went on this trip. How was it? Did you love that area?
Yeah.
What was good about it? You know their kids' names. Hey, how's your kiddo doing? But it's so like, okay, check. I said hello. I acknowledged
Mhm.
them. I mean, how many times do
Yeah.
what do you think about this weather?
I will say, I did know recently a guy at work lost his mom, and I remember that when I saw him and I saw some, and I kind of closed the door and said, "Hey, I'm here. I've also lost a parent. Like I'm here for you. It's different
Mhm.
situations, but if you need to just close, come in my office, close the door, and talk, whatever you need, I'm here for you. I just want you to know that.
Those
Like,
are the opportunities.
yes,
And you
because
took
they
it.
were, yeah, they're grieving.
And you have no idea how that affected him. It may have helped him go home and be like, hey, I need to talk about this.
Yep.
May not ever circle back
Right.
to you, but you opened a door that maybe was
Mhm.
like, this is a safe person. I can go to
Mhm.
them and talk. And that's what live beyond yourself.
Absolutely. Yes.
What does that mean to you when I like live beyond yourself?
Live beyond yourself. It's it's more than just it's more than just being about yourself. It's
Mm-hmm.
being selfless and seeing past the what you're going through and seeing someone in their light, whatever they're going through.
Yeah.
Just being selfless.
How would how would you be selfless?
That's a broad question. What do you mean, like
What is a way when I'm like, hey Ash, tomorrow let's live a whole day just
mhm.
selfless. What is the first thing that comes to mind? Like, what are you gonna do?
Well, just knowing the things that you love to do, like plan that out. Like I'll plan the day, and but not like so much what I have in mind, but for you to enjoy it, because I will simply enjoy it because you're enjoying it.
Hmm.
So just having you in mind when I plan that, or like a
You're talking
girlfriend
about
day.
it. Okay, if
Yeah,
we were
like
living the day together
if
tomorrow.
you were like me and you, let's do the day together. I would try to think of things that you really truly enjoy
Hmm.
more, or maybe some things that we have in common. But
Hmm.
because I know, like, if you're suggesting that maybe you need that, I would just live in the fact that we're doing
If
things. Yeah.
I love that. If you were living your day, like you're gonna get up, you're gonna go to work,
Hmm.
but how could you live that selflessly?
Okay.
Your regular day.
Making time for conversations
Mm-hmm.
at work. Like we get into that busy, 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 busy mindset at work,
Mm-hmm.
but circling back around maybe to that thing that happened last week and going to that person and being like, hey, I know that affected you. How can I help you? How can I support you? I say those words a lot at work, but I could probably say it more honestly because my role
Mm-hmm.
is helping other people and making sure that they feel valued and seen too. So
What about picking up the phone and calling instead of sending the text?
absolutely, I'm very intentional with my mom right now, calling her daily
Mm-hmm.
because we know that woman ain't gonna check her text messages. That's not happening. I tried that before and I was like, oh, I can slide by and get a little text here and there, but no,
Not
she needs
happening.
conversation. So I do take it upon myself to call mom, check in on her, even if
Mm-hmm.
it's a 30-second conversation.
I love that because I think that makes someone feel that it's. And some people are like, no, do not call
Mm-hmm.
me, text me,
Right.
and that's okay. Um, I had a situation with the kids a few. This has been a few months back. There was a woman pushing a cart down the road. There's a lot of them that kind
Mm-hmm.
of hover around right there by the light,
Yeah.
and we saw her a couple of days in a row. One day I mean, it was hot. It was summertime. It was one of those hot days. I think this may have actually been last summer, not. Yeah, I think this was last summer. Anyway, irrelevant. She was out there and she had on like a winter coat, totally,
Mm.
but it was hot. And I looked at the kid. One of the kids said something about, "Mom, there she is again." And I said, "I'm going to circle back around." I don't
Mm-hmm.
normally do cash, but
Yeah.
I was like, "That's all I've got. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna. I'm gonna have to circle back around to get to her anyways." And I went over and I said, "Hey, I have a couple of dollars, or I could get you something to eat." And she looked. She said, "Go away." Very stern.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids kind of got scared, and I was like, "Okay, have a great day." And the kids were like, "What in the world? You were trying to help her?" And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. This may be the life she chose."
Mm-hmm.
And we were aggravating her because people.
She was. Mm-hmm.
She didn't have a sign.
Right.
She was in a parking lot. She had all of her stuff. She was laying there.
Yep.
I was scared something was wrong, like
Mhm. Yeah.
woman laying in the
Sure.
parking lot,
Make
you
an
know?
assumption. Yeah.
Um, I made an assumption,
Yeah.
and I made an assumption that
Out of
she
goodness of
wanted
your
help.
heart.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Pure.
for a minute, the kids were like, "Well, don't stop, don't." And I was like, "No, no, 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 no. Just
Mhm.
because one said no doesn't mean." And maybe some of our inward living has been
Mhm.
from bad experiences of trying to do
Mhm.
an outward
Yeah.
life. Um,
That's good.
but there, I mean, how many times have you tried something that didn't work, so you had to try again? Like,
Or alter a little bit.
this is
Mhm.
something that makes you not think of yourself and
Yep.
others, and maybe we're quicker to give up on that
Mhm.
because, I mean, you have a busy life.
Mhm.
I have a busy life.
Mhm.
We can make the excuses that make sense. Obviously, I
Absolutely.
have been.
Yeah. Same.
And I mean, I went from working in ministry, serving
Mhm.
in other ministry, like to I have so much going on in my own home that I have to focus here, and that is okay.
Mhm.
But there are still ways that I could
Sure.
be living in an outward
Yeah.
posture that
Mhm.
I haven't. I have totally,
Yeah.
and it's. I mean, he got it. I mean, I feel like I will speak for myself. He definitely got me to stop in my tracks and really think about this.
Mhm.
Fixing her crown instead of your crown.
Mhm. I think just the reason I call my mom because I listen for tone in her voice.
Mhm.
At She picks the phone up and her tone is slower and hey, and as we're talking, her voice changes.
Mhm.
Her I can hear her smile on the phone and she's more upbeat and that's what I need
Yeah,
to know that she's
that
okay.
she's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that gives you peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's thinking of her,
Hmm.
but it's also helping you. And how
Yeah.
many times have you done for someone else selflessly,
Hmm.
but it's ended up
Oh yeah.
bringing you so much joy?
Hmm.
And when have you ever been mad at yourself for bringing someone else happiness?
Right. 100%. I just love servant leadership. I love people that will wash other people's feet,
Mm,
figuratively.
right.
I love people that mentor and put other people first. They don't take all the glory for themselves. They, dish it out. And I love people like that so much. And I strive and want to be that person myself. And I fall short, but I really do try to do things that kind of
Yeah.
feed into that.
You have to have the right heart
Hmm.
and mindset for it because if you're doing it out of ill will, then it's gonna be like, oh, everybody needs me, everybody,
Absolutely.
and yeah, you'll get burnt out. Yeah, I'm all. But if you're doing it from a place where, hold on, I see the good in this person.
Hmm.
This is their circumstance. But if you're taking the time to know them, here's the good in them. This is
Absolutely.
just a situation, not who they are.
Yep.
Or that barista every morning now because I complimented whatever it may be.
Yep.
She has a smile on her face when
Yep.
she sees me now.
Hmm.
That's going to bring you joy. And but you didn't do it with
Right.
well, I need instant gratification or I need to post about this on social media. What are we doing for people that we're not like I
For
just paid for
yourself.
the person's meal behind me. Do it in silence.
Hmm.
You don't need the
Oh,
reward.
yeah.
The reward is doing it.
Absolutely.
If you need the reward, your intention is not pure, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're going to get burnout. You're going to have,
Hmm. You're gonna
um,
feel like it's a checklist to always do something.
yep. And what short and sweet of it is get real. Like get
Yeah.
real with what you're doing. How can I live outwardly that it doesn't need to then turn to be inwardly on myself?
Yep.
But you have to get real with it. Don't say, how was your day? Talk to them about something intentional. Tell them
Hmm.
something. Hey, I see this in you. And how did you get there? I want that in my life.
Yep.
Like, and it could be that you're asking, because You want to give, people are like, "Oh yeah, I want to share." Like
Right.
anytime I'm like, "Oh, that's cute. Girl, I got it at such and such."
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah,
want to share, like,
absolutely.
and so maybe you are going to get a little bonus, but do it with the right heart. Um,
Yeah.
there was a situation where something happened with people that were in a friend group of mine years ago, but you know, we've all moved and we're not as close anymore. I was trying to be very intentional on texting and following up. And after a few days, I was like, okay, everybody's probably doing this right now. So I'm going to
Mhm.
stop. But I didn't want to forget
Yeah.
to circle back around. So I made a note in my phone,
Mhm.
hey, check on such and such, because you might have the intention of wanting to do it and then you forget or you
Absolutely.
get busy. So we use our phones for everything else.
Mhm.
Use it as a reminder. Or
Yeah.
if you're a paper calendar, write it in your calendar on this day. Check on this
Thank you
person.
for that paper calendar, girl. Yeah. Thank you.
um, but you have to put in effort to be intentional,
Mhm.
right?
Absolutely.
And you can't do it for yourself. Um, I think too many times we start with the right intentions and it turns ill,
Mhm.
um, for many reasons. Maybe you're trying to do too much. Maybe you're not still taking care of yourself in ways.
Mhm.
You still have, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Say that again.
You can't pour from an empty cup. And some of these things, if you're living outwardly, it can fill your cup.
Mhm.
Some of the things that you're going to do may deplete, but so you've got to have that balance. Obviously, you've still got to have boundaries,
Mhm.
um, but you don't know unless you put yourself out there,
Yeah.
right? You don't know until if there's an opportunity and you get this feeling, I should turn that to I'm going to.
Yeah.
I should do this. No, I'm going to do this.
Mhm. Feel that
Uh,
tug, feel that pull.
Yeah,
Respond. Yeah.
respond. Yeah,
Mhm.
respond instead of thinking about it, because the
Mhm.
thought, you can be like, oh, well, I thought about it.
But
There was no follow through.
right.
So there was nothing there. Like, and I feel
Mhm.
like that's where I got, like, I still had those thoughts, but I didn't write them down. I didn't make note of it. So
Mhm.
it came and it went. Well, then I was like, "Oh, I wish I would have done that." Well, I at least had the thought.
Right.
The thought goes nowhere.
Right.
Um, maybe it's as simple as having a conversation with someone without looking at your phone.
Like putting it down, face down, having conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
yes, of course, if
respectful.
there's an emergency, pick up your phone.
Sure.
But if it's not an emergency, it's okay if you don't text that person right back.
So yeah, I'm just kidding.
It's okay,
I know.
right?
It is okay. I
It,
have
it
years. It's for me.
I
Thank you.
know, babe. I
Thank
know.
you.
Do the
Excited.
thing that you are trying to intentionally do
Mhm.
without a distraction.
Love
This
that.
isn't something you multitask at,
Mm.
right?
Mhm. It's intentional.
You have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
What what are some ways, Ash, that you would like intentionally living? If you like to put that spin on, if you're living intentionally,
Living
um,
intentionally.
just in general, maybe it's
Yeah.
just things like you were coaching for a while, you play
Mhm.
volleyball. There's different
Yeah.
areas of your life. Like, how could
When I think about coaching, so yes, it's about volleyball, but it's about life lessons too. So any opportunity that I can use that moment on a drill or something to
hmm
talk about like life things,
hmm
I use that all the time. And like just uh, what is it? Constructive criticism. You know,
yeah,
I'm all about like I tell kids all the time that if I'm on you, it's because I have an expectation for you, and then it's good. It is for good, and it means I want you to reach your maximum potential. If
hmm
I'm not on you or working with you, that means maybe you're not hearing me, and I'm kind of moving on to something else for that moment. So,
hmm
just when I can squeeze in little moments, especially kids too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I love that. So just be intentional. Nephews, if there's a moment to be able to like tell a story in a situation, I like to use that as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I
You love
love
to serve.
yeah, yeah,
Sorry, I made it
and
interrupt
no,
you.
you're good. And learning names. So if I'm going to a I'm going to check out. I'm like, Kim, thank you so much. I hope you have a blessed day. Or
You always call people by
I
name. Always.
love the name tags. Like, keep wearing those, people, because it helps me so much. So wait staff. We talked about this before
Yeah.
in many podcasts, but just being respectful of people and like, hey, I love that color on you, or
The elderly people that sit at the greeters at the grocery store, they're my favorite.
yeah,
I have had some of the best
yes,
conversations.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, are there days where I'm busy and I'm focused?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will tell myself like, all right, well, the moment you have some free, like, then be able to utilize that time properly.
Mhm.
But yeah, I try really hard. I'm not always successful at it, but I do try to make conversations, and I have the gift of gab. Got that from my father. Thank you. That I will constantly like have conversations with people to where people are like, you know that, nope, don't know them, but
Right.
you know, but I just having
Yeah.
conversations. People want to hear, people want to talk about themselves. And so give them the opportunity and the option to do that. And so,
Even if it's meeting a small need.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Don't need to go advertise it either.
No. So something I've personally not talked about on the podcast is that for a lot of years I worked with women in the adult entertainment industry
Hmm.
serving, and um, it was once a week, very late nights. But I made connections with quite a few of the women, and it got to a place where I knew that going out on the Thursday nights, I needed to stop because I didn't have enough um, bandwidth to really meet more people
Hmm.
because I had like a little group that I had built rapport with and that I spent time with and that kind of stuff. And so I stopped doing that. And I still communicate with those ladies some, not as much, but there were times where because it was at once a week and it's dark.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um it's a dark place. But there were times where I'd have to say, I need to take a 2 or 3 week break because I'm not at a place where it is good for me to go there, or I'm feeling like this is draining.
Yeah.
Just something that I miss
Hmm.
so much. And it was like kids' schedules, stuff like that is one of the reasons that I had to step away from it. But the things that not only did I learn, still to this day we
Hmm.
utilize. Um, but was it the right time for me to step away from it? Yeah, it was. Do I
Hmm.
still have community with those ladies? Yes, to the extent that I want to, probably not. But I feel like I'm like, okay, the kids are at an age where like there are certain things, and it may not be that I do again,
Hmm.
but something along those lines because that I learned. I mean, I went into it for multiple reasons. It was something that I always had a heart for. I grew up with a single mom, and
Hmm.
there were a lot of reasons. Um, but looking back on it now, I can't say that I probably didn't get more from those 10 years than what I actually gave.
Yeah.
Um, and not that had gotten to a place where I was like, this is awful. That's not the case at all.
Hmm.
But in the moment, I had no clue what it was bringing to my life. I mean, babysit their kids, they would come to the house. I mean, and so much more than that. And maybe at some point we can talk about. But it was just there. I think back to that so much because I mean, it is. They may call it 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. You know,
Hmm.
when you're in it, you're in it.
Absolutely.
Um, and so make a commitment that that you can do, right?
Mhm.
And if it's your time to walk away from something, know that, because if you're
It's
doing it with
okay.
the wrong heart, like it's not going to be fruitful.
Yeah.
And this is about being fruitful, not for you,
Mhm.
for other people. This is to lay yourself down and say, how can I go out into this world and bring joy or peace, happiness,
Mhm.
comfort, meet a need. Um, so if that's not your where you are, then this may be irrelevant for you.
Sure. Yeah.
But if that is where you are, then just think, how can I live outwardly? Um, does
Yeah.
is that
It does. And I love that you have that mindset because I also want that and that can hold me accountable.
yeah.
Like when you and I go places together,
Mhm.
we one of us or the other of us, we make friends, we introduce, and it becomes
Always.
a, I've met awesome people through
Yeah.
just having a conversation, one conversation
Yeah.
that maybe that person was supposed to be in my life, and they're in my life now, and
Yes.
so you just never know the impact that it can have.
Yeah.
I talk about these kids that I coach and what have you, and as they get older, I'm like, I want the world for them, and if I
Yes.
can speak truth and love into them at an early age, because mom and dad don't know any better, but
Oh yeah.
some random, coach. I mean, I think a lot of my coaches, and they spoke a lot of truth into me as well. So it's
Yeah.
just one of those like, where can you have impact? What are your strengths to where you
Mhm.
can
Mm.
gift that and or use those
And
gifts?
it's maybe something your job may
Hmm.
not give you that inward feeling like, oh, this is more. But you know
Yeah.
what? There may be a nonprofit that could really utilize you
Hmm.
in what you're doing in your 9 to 5.
Yep.
Um, and that's gonna I mean, there's just so many ways that, like, just think outside of the box. Think, like, I don't know, think of something that when I was in this part of my life, what would have helped? Just see the
Hmm.
people that you walk past with or that you pull your phone out to intentionally miss.
Right.
Um, do you have anything else you want to add? 'Cause I have a
I
little
just I
challenge.
love I love this topic.
I do too. I
Be-
think we could probably go deeper.
yeah.
But
Oh
this
yeah.
is a good get your feet
Yeah.
wet.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have a little listeners challenge, and Ash and I are
Ooh.
gonna take it on as well. We'll start tomorrow,
Okay.
so we'll go Thursday to Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do 7 days of outward living.
Okay.
All right. So if you need to take notes, take notes. Get your pen and paper out, or you can just go back and re-listen.
Hmm.
On day 1, you want to learn one person's name that you wouldn't normally know.
I like
Okay.
that.
Day 2, ask someone a deep question, not how's your day, or if you've had a conversation with someone and you left it surface level, circle back around, ask them something deep. Day 3, give someone the benefit of the doubt. The mad driver, the coworker that came in huffing and puffing, or maybe got a little mad in the meeting and you want to attack.
Mhm.
Just pipe it down for a minute. All right, day 4. Mm. Have one conversation without looking at your phone or being distracted.
That's good.
Eye level,
Yep.
eyes to eyes. Look them in the
Mhm.
eyes. There's so many people that have full conversations without ever making eye contact.
Did you know that the average eye contact today how it's decreased
Yes.
tremendously?
It's I have my kids all the time. I'm like, hey,
Yep.
eyes. I
Right
need to
here.
see your eyes.
Mhm.
All right. Where are we at?
5.
5. Yep. Notice someone who usually goes unnoticed. Now you have to be really intentional on that one.
Yeah.
Day 6. Give one genuine compliment.
Love that.
And day 7. Reach out to someone that you have not talked to in a while.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Sorry, I
Can
turned
be
my head
hard.
again.
Jingle, jingle.
Jingle jingle.
So I hope that you guys will take this challenge with us.
Mhm.
And we are going to try to post
I like
daily about
that.
it.
Okay.
You ready?
Thursday to Thursday?
Thursday to Thursday.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. We'll see if anybody joins. If you're going to do it, let us know so we can hold each other
Yeah. Be
accountable.
intentional.
Let's be intentional. Let's live outward for 7 days and see what sticks. See
I
where
like
where it starts you on the journey.
Yep.
And as always, remember,
You
always
have
have
a
a seat
seat
at
at
our
our
table.
table.
What Ashley jingles.
Jingle, jingle.
Love you, sis.
Love you.